What's up, Cancer? Welcome to your November general read. This is going to be for you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, but of course, it's not going to hit home for all of you guys, so definitely check out your other placements, okay? Let's get into this. So we are in Scorpio season. Scorpio season's connected to 8th house energy, right? So this is a season that's very much all about the death and transformation of things, the death and rebirth of things, right? This is about things that we've seen maybe from a mile away, kind of dying out, fizzling out, actually doing that, right? Death is one of those things that comes as no surprise. Death happens, we see it happening. A lot of us will try to fight against it. But it's almost like when the inevitable happens, right? But it's a really, really beautiful thing because it is that clearing out of old things that aren't serving you and old energy that isn't serving you in order for you to make space and room for new things. Now, because you guys are Cancers, this is actually your 5th house energy. So actually, this is like a fun time for you guys. 5th house is very fun. It's connected to that Leo energy. It's very much connected to your creativity and your self-expression and romance and children and all those great things. So especially those of you guys who are creative, maybe you do a little moonlighting, right? You've got your passion projects and you work full-time or whatever. But if you've got things that you're really passionate about, this might be a great time that you're seeing that you're like getting certain bursts of creativity or new ideas in ways that you want to express yourself in your medium, whatever it is, right? We are also going to be dealing with 11th house energy for you guys, right? Because at the end of the month, on the 19th, we will be having a lunar eclipse in Taurus. So that's going to be hitting your 11th house, which has a lot to do with your community, your friends, your social circles, your good works, your goals, all of that kind of stuff. So it's very much kind of like a social time. So we've got the new moon happening in Scorpio on the 4th. We've got Venus moving to Capricorn on the 5th, which big emphasis on relationship for you guys, especially because that is your 7th house. So a lot of emphasis on your partnerships, your romantic ones, your platonic ones, your work ones, all of those things. And in general, Venus being in Capricorn is where like people kind of like start adulting and getting very mature about the relationships and the company that we keep, right? It's kind of as a collective where we start getting a little bit more serious. And it's interesting that this is happening while we're in Scorpio season, right? While we've got that death energy where things are going to be dying out and, moving away. So in terms of your work endeavors, Venus and Capricorn is really, really great because Capricorn is connected to that 10th house. It is connected to your public image and your career and all that stuff. So if you are trying to make big moves in terms of work, in terms of, pay raises or, promotions, those types of things, you look very favorable at this time. And I think that that's really, really good. Collectively, we're all looking at things in the long run, right? Looking at the bigger picture in terms of love, in terms of connections, in terms of our relationships, no matter how they are. Now, I think you guys are in a really good place because it feels like you guys have been working on things, especially in terms of your work or your creativity, that like this is a great time for things to start really getting the ball rolling. If things have been stagnant for you in certain projects, let's say you do music or you are involved in film in some type of way or art or something like that. And it's a matter of you getting your work out there or you getting a space in a sorry, I'm losing my words, in an exhibit or something. This is a really good time for you guys. Now, you guys have Ace of Earth, which is at the bottom of the deck. This is the unseen energy, which we love to see, right? Because this is an energy of new opportunities. Aces are always beginnings. They're always opportunities and new things. And we are talking about pentacles. So we are talking about tangible things. And we are talking about money, which is really, really good for you guys. So there's a lot of opportunities that can come in terms of your abundance this month. A lot of little jewels and things. But I think it's because you guys have been doing the work, working with people. It feels like a lot of this might have been in secret, right? Keeping things on the low until you're really sure that something's going to work out for you type thing. But this might be a month where you're seeing actual evidence of things popping up. Now, last month I told you this, last month in October, a lot of things were freeing up because so many planets were retrograde that are now direct. So again, forward movement in all ways, but especially for you guys in terms of money and career, which is really, really great. Now, you start off with 7 of air or 7 of swords, which is the moon in Aquarius. And then what's crossing it is the Wheel of Fortune card. So whenever we get the 7 of swords, we are talking about an energy of strategy, right? Now, originally this is an energy of like the thief or the cheat, someone who can't be trusted. It kind of implies that things are done on the sly. So maybe there's things that have not been brought to your attention. This could be either you, or maybe again, this could be you keeping things kind of close to your chest, keeping your plans close to your heart, and in terms of your, maybe just your close friends knowing what's going on, maybe no one going on. But there's been a lot of strategy. I don't take this as being bad for you guys. This doesn't feel like it's a bad energy because there's really nothing around it that's playing, that's making it feel like it's sneaky or deceptive. Yes, Page of Wands. Yes, it feels like it's opportunity. So pages are messengers. Don't be surprised if you get new things that are coming to you, especially in terms of like, yes, work or creativity, because it is a wand. Wands are connected to career, but they're also connected to that creative piece and that action piece. There might be some things that are coming up for you guys that indicate some travel, which is really, really great, but things are definitely turning. So especially for you guys who have been having maybe a hard time. Ooh, I didn't even notice. And the world's at the bottom of the deck right now. Hey. So for those of you guys who have maybe been having a hard time with your finances, a hard time of just maybe even fitting in your space of where you are, right? Maybe some of you guys are feeling like you're outgrowing certain things. The wheel is turning for you. The karmic wheel always spins in our favor. Now, it's interesting because it does have a 5 of Cups here that's clarifying it. So I just want to say at this time, especially when we hit around the lunar eclipse that's happening on the 19th of this month, which is going to be major. It's going to be in Taurus, right? Taurus is about value and all that kind of stuff. Whatever it is that leaves your life at this time, Cancer, be okay with it. Understand that it's for a reason. Understand that it's nothing that you have to feel bad about or guilt about or anything that you want to hold on to. Again, we are in the season of death and rebirth. So sometimes things have to go in order to make space. And I know that's cliche, and I know that when it's something that you don't want to happen, nobody wants to hear it, but it's the damn truth. So just know that whatever leaves you this month or this time, it was on purpose. It was for your greatest good, right? You got the Ace of Wands that's kind of clarifying that. So yeah, it's like there's certain things that you have to be okay with leaving because there's new action, things that you actually really, really want, right? Ace of Wands, this is passion here. So the things that you really, really want, you're going to have to free up space with things that maybe you've just been holding on to because you're bored, or holding on to because you feel like it's what you deserve and you know it's not. You know what I mean? Like there's things that are leaving, but it's all for the good. Now in the past position, it doesn't have to be the recent past, but the past, you've got the 3 of Pentacles, which I love. This is a card of collaboration. This is Mars and Capricorn energy. So 3 of Pentacles is about people coming together to make something beautiful, right? It's like the 3 most unlikely people coming together and creating a work of art, right? This is the starting foundations to good shit. This is what I'm saying. I think that this Ace of Pentacles has to do with too. This Ace of Pentacles with the 7 of Air, the strategizing, and the Jupiter card of the Wheel of Fortune, which is expansive, right? It's luck. It's things happening for you in your favor. I think that, again, a lot of you Cancers have been maybe doing some projects maybe on your own. Whatever it is, it just feels like everything's coming. This is a time where things can come full circle. So there's been some planning that you've been doing, some networking that you've been doing. Maybe you guys have been meeting new people who can get you new opportunities. And I do feel like it's going to be favorable for you guys. Oh my God. 3 of Pentacles clarified. 3 of Pentacles. Yes. Good work, good connections, where there's balance, right? Where there's reciprocity and connections. This has a lot to do with your work. It could have to do with relationships, but I just feel like you guys are in a really good space of meeting new people that can bring you to different places, right? This is a really good time to be social. Like I said, especially with that 11th house full moon energy. It's a really good time for that. And people are really attracted to your energy. So that's great. Now, in the near future, we've got 6 of Water. which is the sun in Scorpio, which is what we're in, right? But it's all about balance, right? 6 is the perfect number of balance. 6 of water or 6 of cups is also a very nostalgic card. So there may be some things from the past that are popping up and blessing you at this moment, which I think has to do with that 3 of Pentacles, right? It's funny because it's almost like for some of you, it almost feels like it's an opportunity or something that you could have even almost forgot about, honestly, or just kind of was like, whatever, if it happens, cool. But you didn't have this resistance built around it. And I feel like that's what lets it in. If anything, though, there is a fear of, of things changing, right? When we get to that 5 of Cups, I think that's what that has to do with, like, because whatever this 5 of Cups is connected to, Cancer, that you might be scared of losing, whether it's a relationship, friends, whether it means you have to move, whatever this is, right, connected to you, there's this fear of like the change that comes with it, right? Sometimes we get afraid of our own success because we know that it means we have to elevate our life. And I feel like that's just one of these things. But you guys are going into a really good place. Money is going to be looking really great. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for that, right? Which is really, really good. You got the Queen of Pentacles here, and she's down to earth, and she's nurturing, and she's super grounded. She's got her, she's got her finances in order. She's, she provides a level of security and stability, and she's like the queen to me that does it all, right? Hermit card. Some of you guys might be dealing with a Virgo. Maybe you even have Virgo in your chart, somewhere, right? But this is really, really good. I think you guys are coming to a really good place where there's more balance. But I will say, though, especially with this Queen of Pentacles and this 6 of Cups connecting together, it feels like this is, for a lot of you guys, in a place where you're able to marry your passions to your finances in a way. Like you're able to, if there's something that you like to do, find ways to monetize off of it, right? This is really about, that energy of like, they say, if you do what you love, then you feel like then you'll never feel like you're working a day in your life. It's that, right? So this is really good stuff. And like I said, that Venus in Capricorn helps you guys a lot in terms of these relationships, in terms of work, in terms of you looking favorable, people wanting to work with you. And so be happy about it. Like I said, whatever leaves you at this time, it's meant to leave you. It was there for a season. You got the Page of Water here. So you got 2 pages. You got a Page of Wands, you got a Page of Water. If we talk about Page of Water, we're talking about, yes, a message, right, coming in. Everything connected to cups is very pure. It's very intuitive. It's very fertile. So there's something that's coming to you guys. I just dropped 3 cards. I'll take them. Okay, we've got Death card. So death to a situation. Like I said, we are in Scorpio season. There are things coming to you. And as they are coming to you, there are things leaving you. The things that leave you at this time, be okay with it because it's for a reason. It's for your highest good. Okay. You might be dealing with a Scorpio or have Scorpio in your chart, or someone who has Scorpio in their chart. Multitasking, right? There's a lot going on that maybe you guys have to decide where you place your priorities, right? So making sure that you're prioritizing everything this month based on what feels good to you and, where you can shine with that, right? And then we've got that 6 of Cups here again. There's that perfect number of balance again. There's that nostalgia again. If this has to do with the relationship, you could be having a visit from someone in the past for sure. You could. That's definitely a possibility. And then it would just be up to you what you wanted to do. But it would be really important that you don't let things throw you off of your game, because I think that you guys are lit up in a way that is really, really conducive for you getting to the place that you guys want to be. So this 2 of Pentacles is just poking out to me. It's really important that you're prioritizing things, especially towards the end of the month when we get into Sagittarius season. Things might start to, speed up. And with that, you just want to make sure that you're putting the first things first. Okay. And yes, there is this death energy of things dying out that need to be dying out. And again, I feel like that's connected to that 5 of Cups for sure. Now, you've got the 10 of Air, which is 10 of Swords, which is a difficult energy. sometimes. And I say sometimes because I don't really feel, it's a difficult energy, but I don't feel like it's an active energy. Ten of Swords is kind of like the damage is already done and you are at that place of turning over a new leaf and going on a new journey, right? It's like, it's a cycle. It's a cycle that's hard. This could be a cycle of with people, like this could be people who have betrayed you, people who have lied to you, people, who have been trifling in one way or another. But this can also be, and I was just going to say this, Seven of Swords, this can also be the games that you play with yourself. Right? What games are you playing with yourself inside of your mind? When you are alone by yourself, Cancer, what are the thoughts that you're thinking? Are they high vibrational or are they not? Right? Be mindful of that. I do feel like this has a lot to do with the Ten of Swords. This is more about breaking your own habits that have not been serving you well, which is great. And that's what probably that Death card is really connected to too. This feels like this is more you. It doesn't really feel like it's an outside person. But if there are people, like I said, this month that leave your life, it's for a reason. And you have to understand that it's for your best good. This could be connected to that Five of Cups, right? This could be connected to someone that you're dealing with that maybe is not going to be around any longer. It's especially if it's an air sign person. So we've got Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But I do feel like this is the end of certain habits that just aren't serving you well. So that's really, really good stuff. Now, you've also got the Hanged One, which is the Hangman, which represents Neptune. And you've also got the Hierophant card, which is a card representative of Taurus energy. So you kind of got this Piscean energy and you've got like this Taurus energy. We talk about the Hanged One. This is about needing to gain perspective of a situation. And I think that this is what's tying into that Ten of Swords and Seven of Swords. It's like your brain in many cases is going to do a flip this month, which is really, really good because it's calibrating to what you actually want rather than just like living by default, right? This is, I think, a month where you guys are going to find that you're becoming more deliberate instead of being so reactive to the things that are being shown to you this month, which is really, really good. Because those things, when you're more reactive, you kind of put things on hold that you really, really want, right? Hangman talks about a perspective change. It talks about being stagnant. It talks about having to surrender to a situation, right? Whenever we're in that Hangman energy, it's like, girl, you can't force this. You just have to sit here and wait until you understand what you need to be understanding. That type of energy. And then we've got the Taurus energy with the Hierophant card, which has a lot to do with commitments, has a lot to do with marriage, has a lot to do with religion, has a lot to do with spirituality, teaching, community, all those things. So there's some answers that are coming to you this month too, in terms of like the bigger picture, what you want, how you see yourself in relationships, like going back to that Venus in Capricorn that's hitting your 7th house. This has a lot to do with your relationships, especially if you've been dealing with a situation that it's just kind of been a situationship. You know what I mean? I think there's some clarity that will come to you this month regarding that and what you want to do and what you need to do. Okay. And I mean, let me do another card. This could be you guys having to separate from that. If there's someone that you've been just kind of like things have been stagnant for a while, evaluating like, well, what am I here for? Is this what I want? Am I settling? Am I waiting for what? Or is this cool for me? Is this exactly the type of relationship or situationship I want to find myself in? I don't know. Nine of Wands. This person's a little bit like, I've been hurt before. So I think there will be some clarity gained on those things this month. You have my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. That's important. I'm going to say that again. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. That is powerful. Okay. Keep that in mind. Now you've also got a clearing debts card. So it says, your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and future ones as well. Right, clearing debts. So again, whatever leaves, it's fine. It's fine. You're clearing debts, emotional and financial. And then you've got honeymoon. Enjoy the holiday time. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. This may be a great time to take a staycation, take a little vacation. If your lover lives far away, maybe you guys need to plan to see each other soon. This might just be a good time, especially for those of you guys who are in a relationship. Just, excuse me, you and your lover be one. Okay? So I hope that this was helpful. I love you guys so, so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, Cancer.